Alright, what's up everyone? You guys are doing well? Just getting logged in, loaded here. Today we're gonna go and kind of itching to play a little bit of Renegade today. So today we're gonna go Condi Renegade, but it's gonna be kind of something I've never done before. So I really didn't know how this is gonna work out. But I'm using grieving stats, which is power and condition damage major, power and condition damage major, sorry, and precision ferocity minor. The reason I think that this might be better is because instead of using Viper gear and getting expertise, I'm getting ferocity, which I think might be better. I'm honestly not sure, but we're gonna figure it out. So we're kind of a hybrid DPS right now, so I guess we can go sweet steak. Doesn't really matter. Honestly, I almost want to go condition damage stuff, but I want that 10% damage reduction. I don't think 45 to all stats is worth. I think the power food, if there's not Condi food, power food's probably better. And we'll go with a Condi damage Ito. So kind of a fucking super weird build. I have a couple of pieces of Celestial because I just don't have a lot of pieces of Grieving. I'm missing an accessory and ring. But everything else is Grieving. Every other item is Grieving. So basically, I'm just trying to do power, precision, ferocity, and Condi damage, and we'll see how it works out. Might not be good. Might be horrifically bad. But here is what we'll do. So for the traits, I just want to spam out as many Condis as I can. So, well, you can see that the Spirit Boon has the legendary entity stance on there. That's so weird. This is more damage. This is, none of these are damage increases, so. All right. Oh, and it crashed. Classic. Yep. Yoink. Hopefully the Q is not big. Honestly, should turn off Blisshed and all these other add-ons, but I won't. Alright, let's get logged back in. There we go. Man, stinks. Logged in like instantly, first combat of the day. Classic. Classic. It's a 9-man queue. Fudge. I guess I go to home Beal. Man, that stinks. Always happens to me. Dude. Rip. Let's switch these skins since I have a minute. I wonder if I should just use sword instead of axe. Sure. You kind of don't like this one. Switch this skin. All right. I don't want to just real quick. Is there anything I want to change about this build? So the whole point of this build is basically you spam out a lot of poison while doing all the rest of your crap. You do a lot of CC and strips. You provide like a little bit of boons. That's why boon duration is not terrible. Could go like Trapper or something, but this is a hybrid build. I don't know. This might be really bad. This might be a real troll. Alright, anyway. So in an ideal world, kind of looks like this. Alright, anyway. Oh, I'm on a 3-man queue. I wish there's a dummy I can hit. Yeah, let's go to dummies. 2-man queue. I need to figure out an opener, I think, on this. I'm using Spear Mace Axe. I'm trying to think, do I like X5 more than Sword 4? I don't know. I think I like X5 better. But it's like barely, you know? Oh. Yeah. I figure the queue might be too small for me to get there in time for it. Fudge. Alright. Trying to think of like the difference between sword or axe offhand is so minor. Am I tripping? X5 is a 15-second 5-man pull versus sword 4, which is a 3-target demob. I don't think that's better. I think axe is better. Alright, let's get there. What? Dun 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 dun. Alright, let's get back to the gang. Is there people here? It looks like, yeah, there's some OJs. Let me move my coffee out the way. Okay, so the Condi build, you have to be Demon stance, and the Renegade stance is good, but you don't have to, I guess. I don't know. Feel like the Rene stance is still worth it. Alright, let's see. Yellow. Boom, 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 boom. They jumped off. They're all jumping off. Alright. Alright guys, so I'm a hybrid, I'm like the most hybrid damage I can possibly be, so I'm really curious how this is gonna work out against the full power guys. This is gonna be a real test of cleanses, I guess. All right. So when I'm in the mace set, I really would like to be in melee because I have the blight sigil on there. What's up, peeps? Hope you guys doing well. Having a nice night. Nice week, work week. You're a corporate grinder, like me. Corporate slave. I'll take a swig of the old coffee. Mid battlefield. Okay. Damage wise, look at that, boys. I mean, that was kind of weird because we just ran over them, but damage is there. Torment's up there. And I think I should put Torment Sigil on this instead of Earth. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. They didn't survive it. Nice. Yeah, was grieving busted? I don't know. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not providing that many boons. I kind of want to go Trapper runes almost. Is that stupid as hell? No, that's not. Is there a power and condition damage rune? Let me see. Where's 2 rune? There's a good rune filter on here. Alright, I want power plus condition damage. Alright, got Elementalist rune, that's the one that'll do it. Trying to think, is that... Yeah, it's probably worth it, right? To try. Alright, so Elementalist rune, we got Berserker rune. I'll try Elementalist rune. Interesting. I'll pick one of those up. Elements. Elementalist rune. Is that on the auction house? It is. Power condi damage, power condi damage. Yeah, let's try it. YOLO. Alright, if I can get a CP, I'll switch that on. That seems like a meme. Is there a black line guy here? No, right? Yeah, there's not. I think that only gets, you only get one of those on a tier up. Let's make sure the stream looks good. I actually just realized I didn't check that like at all. Yep, looks good. All right, cool. Dun, 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 dun. That was interesting. Yo, appreciate the sub. Shout you out here in a sec. Thanks, Tyler. Oh, I got pulled. Womp womp. Out of nowhere. Gotta love getting stealth pulled. I wonder what kind of pull was that actually? I should stay on my tag. Let me see. Does it tell me? A soul spiral. I'll see what pulled me. I can't find it. Grasping darkness. Oh, I got pulled by Necro's greatsword. I didn't see any hit indicators. That guy's a Condi Zerg. Oh good, they actually put me in sort of a correct group. They put me in place of a Scourge, which is correct, but I think we're missing something here, right? We have 2 DPS. Oop. A swig of coffee. Ah, alright. Let's test out a Keem relic. And instead of a Keem, I don't have to use Blight, although Blight is good. Throw that on a Hydro. Oh yeah, I don't have them on me, that's right. You know what? Hydromancy is definitely not better than Blight. Blight is better just for Condi spam. On second thought. Wow, CC. I'm out counting them, but it's hard to tell if this is relevant damage. EDD. Music all along there. What's up, guys? That's pretty XD. Interesting. All right. What was that? Am I tripping? Did I see a fucking like elementalist just walking that way and disappear? His damage, what? Bum 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 bum. What's up, guys? If you guys don't mind, please hit a like on the stream. I would appreciate it. Dun, 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 dun. Is there anything else we can do to Condi spam more? I don't think so, right? This is as good as it gets. DDDD. $50 blue. Damn. It's gonna be a tough one tonight, boys. Alright, I got stab plus heal plus 2 DPS. They really need me at doing boons. They kind of do need. They need me doing resist uptime for this party, so I will do that. Let's go Zerg Renegade. That's definitely not right. Oh, is this Diviners? Wait, what? Oh, this is Dragons. I'm dumb. This is gonna be too much, isn't it? To me, it's way over. Oh, no, wait, I'm trying to get to 50. Actually, I don't know. Let's just stick with Condi today, and but instead we'll go Herald Relic. That should be plenty of boon duration. Because if I do this, that's over 50%. Yeah, let's fuck that. Let's do that. All right. I'm tempted to go dwarf stance instead of renegade stance. Is that dumb? Nope, tag's moving. You know, actually, I wonder if I can just do this for these weird pieces. Are these all Zerg or what? It's a lot of stats. Let me try it this way. Yeah, fuck it. Could try it this way. Fucking pyro guys, man. Nice meme. Dude. No boons, man. I think dwarf is gonna be too good. Renegade stance is useless. Yeah, this feels so bad, man. We have to go back to dropping the main legend stance on the Condi build again. Just need roads to counter the bomb. Whoa. Dang, man, I don't know if you guys have enough people for our little group of 25. Why does this always happen to us? We always get outnumbered and then we get 2 tags and one tries to bite our tail. I mean, I guess it's our weakness, to be honest. It's like the most effective strat on us. Our tail is slow as fuck. It's just crazy, we just started. That's their first strat. This happened to us last leg. Against Chu? Or I don't know, I don't remember the names. Whatever the last guild was I was linked against, it was like a big group and then a small group just biting ass. Alright. Kind of want to use sword offhand. Sword offhand with a torment sigil. Or more emote spam. Could be good. So cute, man. Crazy how hard they're trying to kill us. Boom, boom. All right. What's the matter, you guys? You gotta regroup all the way to 50 to fight us, man. Nice, dude. Dude, come on, man. You guys need more people? Yeah. I don't like using this build, but I really would like to use a different relic, but I don't want to switch anything right now. Okay. I don't know. Is this really that good? It's good burst. It's good boons. It's hard to say. I don't want to stay on demon for resistance reasons. Also, do I want... yeah, I'm gonna go sword offhand, I think. I will go sword offhand. It'll be Grieve. It'll be Torment, Con D damage. There we go. Let's make it pretty. Alright. Okay. Crazy, man. A lot of posturing for nothing. All right. That's a super weird fight. How much damage did this even do? What's it called? Shackling wave? Shacklema? How much? Honestly. I feel like more emote is better than one more pull. But it's only 3 targets on the emote. It's the one thing. Kinda stops me from liking it too much. 3 target emote or a pool. Womp womp womp. Alright, all right. Crazy. So crazy. I'm putting a little bit of cat and mouse here. What the fuck, man? Womp. Nice try, pyro fellas. No booty biting today. My damage is fucking condies. I almost feel like Mace Axe is not that good, or Mace Sword. I think I'm just gonna go Axe. I don't know. I think I like Axe better. I don't know. They're both so close. Alright, Pyro Gamers are lining up. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Forgot to have the Discord link. I always forget, literally. Literally. Let me grab the link. There we go. Alright guys. I think we're gonna get ready to fight here. Bind, bind. Wow, you guys got destroyed. Holy shit, that was crazy. You guys are dying so fast that my condies aren't doing anything. think I'm just gonna go a bit power Mindy, to be honest. Feel like these fights are not lasting long enough. We have good DPSers right now. We got Akbar, we got the main fellas, we got Beazle, Youngblade. Yeah, we got like most of the normal damage dealers on. That's crazy. It is actually wacky wild. Okay. Nice, Spyro. These are awesome. He has assassinated 2 guys. Holy. Actually, you guys only got me. Amazing. Get a little beverage. Alright. Let's go on res. Alright, do I want to go power Vinny? I have a chance right now. Yeah, sure. Let's just let's go main build. Let's go. These pyro fellas, probably the, I don't know, what would be better, Shiro or Dwarf? I think Dwarf is probably better in general. But, I don't know. Well, so close. I don't know what's better, man. If somebody asks me which build I think is better, I'm not sure. What the fuck? I think I got hit by an airship. That's unlucky. Alright. Fix me up. Is this the build I think it is? Yeah, it is, right? Royalty fire, hydro energy, yeah. It's not the one I was messing with earlier. I accidentally copy pasted my templates and I like totally fucked them up. Let me make sure. Zerg, fractals, roaming, Zerg, Condi. Yeah, okay. They're not messed up anymore. Okay. Do. I'm in a party with a chrono and a fire right now. We got a lot of scrappers. Oh, right. Some of them are damaged now. I forgot it's a thing. I'm so used to seeing scrappers being support. Concentration scrapper. What is that guy cooking? All right. What's up, guys? Catching up with chat. Hey, Drewski. You're on the goal and practicing Untamed till your fingers bleed. Fractal build. It's just a full power build, but it has the fractal infusions. Agony. Let's make sure I got the right food. Dude, should I go power renegade? Kind of tempted to go power renegade. Let's try power ren, but let's go great sword. I've been meaning to try this for a while. Hydro. It's force. I guess I can do energy. Oops. Oh. Alright, let's since when I do fractals? Pretty much never. I call it fractals just because it's my agony resist set. I did like a couple of tier 4s once. Alright, I'm going great sword dwarf with eagle relic. Eagle relic full power Zerg renegade. Yeah. I'm curious how this works out. I was thinking about this the other day. This is like the old power build I used to play before I was comfortable in Vindicator. Daily CMs can be fun. Yeah, I need to get like a couple of people that I like to do them and run them. That's the thing, is I actually like most of the PvE content. It's just I don't do it because I don't have that many people to play with that actually know what they're doing, you know. Wouldn't mind carrying me. Because a lot of times I won't remember most of the mechanics. DDD. Same with strikes and raids. I want to do strikes and raids, but I need to find like another guild that's into that, to be honest. That or I can do it on stream, right? But LFG takes you hours to find. Yeah, that's the thing, is you know, I kind of want to just join a group, join a guild and just be like, hey, what's up, dudes? Top damage is power running. Gotta move. You guys need more people to fight us, guys. All right, a lot of these guilds want logs and oh really? It's like that. It's just like WoW then, literally. They want like kill proof and all that. Kind of hype for next matchups. Why are you hyped for next matchups? Oh, for your link. I kind of want to go Vindy. I'll be honest, using Greatsword without being on Vindy feels so weird. Oh, just for the new relics. Is it because your link is dead again? Man, I feel like you've been getting real unlucky. You're like me. You have unfortunate luck with the links. Get a hammer. Spear hammer. To be honest, I was just thinking about going back dwarf greatsword, but I don't know. I mean, it hits pretty hard. Also, let me try Brawler Relic again instead of Eagle. Oh, you're one in each skirmish, so you're having one of those links. Suffering from success. One thing I don't like by hammer is the animation locking. That's the one thing is that I hate. I hate the animation locks on hammer. I love everything else about hammer, but the animation lock. And also how you can't use most skills facing away from you. Oh, you're facing Mad and Mag. Sorry, bro. That was my link like a little while ago. Pyro. Oh, we went the other way. You pyro dorks, can you guys stop trying to ambush us and just fight us? You guys are already 2-to-1 numbers. Like, you guys don't have to surprise us. God, we just want to fucking play the game too, man. Gotta love being outnumbered as fuck all the time, man. It's crazy how I'm like always outnumbered, like literally always outnumbered. How is it always this way? Like, fuck. Not right now, I don't think we're outnumbered right now, but during the day we're literally outnumbered almost the whole day. And then right now we're also outnumbered, like fucking hell, man. No fucking fun for green team this week. I'll be honest, our alliance is weak as fuck. Our alliance needs daytime coverage. We have literally nobody that plays during any time during the day. All of our guilds are in our alliance are around the same time slot. But oh well, man. I don't manage the fucking alliance. Only a couple of more days. I mean, I don't mind this content. I just wish we would fight just face to face, you know, 2 big groups instead of my big group plus pugs versus 3 organized tags like it was last link, or now it's 2 organized tags. What are the other guilds? DTF, which runs NA primetime. Then you got Mist, which also runs fucking at the same time but different days. And we have one more, Apes, that just joined, and they're really small, like insignificant, I think. Carried by Pyro. Womp womp. So I shouldn't say carried, but significantly more threatening when we have to worry about the other guilds showing up. Bow. There's one more guild in my link. They just joined that I'm forgetting now. We're in my alliance, but they're also small. We don't really have a lot of big guilds. I think PóRR and DTF are the biggest. I think. Don't quote me on that. And PóRR only runs like late as fuck. We're good coverage. Our guild is great coverage for any link that wants late night coverage. Like, we're kind of like the last slot for NA before like OCX/SEA builds show up. But we just got nobody in the day, literally. I'm pretty sure from like morning time, like 8 a.m. 8 a.m. morning, all the way until like 5 p.m. we don't have anybody in our alliance that runs at all. Like zero. All we have is just like pugs. I feel like that's like the biggest problem. And the only reason I say that is because sometimes I play during the day, literally. I'm like in between customer meetings, like working in between projects, and I run around, I defend shit. I run around, or I do maybe some, you know, daily objectives or something in the game. But if I ever go into EBG, it's like pointless. It's literally always outnumbered. And honestly, I'm starting to think it's just my alliance. I think my alliance is just causing this. Because it's been like that since the creation of the system, literally. Every link has been that way. Our daytime coverage, unless we had linked up with like VIP or QI or one of those guilds that has coverage like almost all the time, nobody's around. Literally, no tags, nobody. All day long, until like 5 p.m. It's actually so annoying. It's the one thing that's driving me crazy, honestly. And it's like, I don't know, what do you do? You know what I mean? What could you possibly do about that? Is that why they made that mad guild? Huh. I think I'm making a Selly set instead of armor and getting commander tag back. Yeah, that's worth. Oh, if that's work? Nah, that's not that much work. The commander tag is just 300 gold. And pugmanding is good, but I would only recommend that you pugmand if you have a solid foundational understanding of the game. Oh, they're frogged up. Oh shit. The frog bros. All right. You gonna fight us head on? Is that what that is? Let's do it. Is a Selly set worth it? Drewski, what class are you trying to play on? It's a little different for each class. I think most classes, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not like great. But for Renegade, it's good. For most of the other specs, it's like okay. Nope. Okay, we're split up. There. Tail tattoo. Nice. Thanks for fighting us head on. I appreciate that, guys. Let's chill. Nice. That was a decent display there. Ooh, I'm only using 38% boon duration. Greatsword felt pretty good over there, but I'll be honest, just feels like a worse Vindy there. I'm trying to do this one combo where it's a bit involved, honestly, but basically I'm trying to land my Ice Razor's Dark Razor plus like a weapon swap combo, or legend swap combo, I mean. Ranger or Engie? Oh, Sally build on Ranger is pretty good because Condi Ranger is decent, Condi Soul Beast is pretty good, and Sally is a good starting set of gear for Ranger. And for Engineer, I don't know if Sally is that good. I probably would recommend that if you're gonna play Engineer and you want to play like an offensive role, you probably just want to focus on power builds, because I don't know if Condi builds are very good. I don't think Condi's very good on Engineer, but I'm not super experienced Engineer, so not sure. You have a full set of Marauder? If you have a full set of Marauder, okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, so, I guess it depends. I mean, do you consider yourself like a slower playstyle Drewski or a faster playstyle? If you're a faster playstyle, Selly is good, but I would maybe consider Viper. But Selly is good for starters, for people who are learning, people like me. Nope. Alright, that's all I get for trolling. That's alright. Anything want to change? Have a chance here. I feel like my boon duration is, I don't know, 8%. I feel like 33% is probably fine. Is Sally really used for Condi and Hybrid? I thought it was just a tankier, versatile set. Drewski, any build that uses any stats other than like power, precision, ferocity, and like vitality, so toughness is considered a Condi build, because you're relying on your damage to and ultimately end up coming from your CC plus your conditions. You know, you're hybridizing your damage more by being Selly. But Selly, it's okay, I'll explain. If you go Selly, your goal and your win condition is to be tankier and apply more conditions to the enemy and kill them slowly. If you use a power build, you're an assassin. And if you use like a full Condi build, you're basically like a full Condi one trick. So you don't do any like power damage, and all your damage is going to be based off of slowly ticking the enemy down. The more fully offensive. Can you guys pour me up? Thank you. I'm really tempted just to go power Vindy, I'll be honest. This feels like a budget power Vindy. Yeah, Selly does not provide concentration anymore, Doc, so it's not like really like a condition thing, or boons. So that was the combo I wanted to try and execute. Found you, bitch. So I did get it off there. It's pretty good. I have to delay my legend swap a little later than I did there. Made a bit of a mistake. Yeah, Sally doesn't provide any concentration or expertise, so it doesn't increase your Condi duration or your boon duration anymore. But most people get around that by just mixing in a bit of Ritualist and Trailblazer and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, the stats work differently in World. So we're going this way. Yeah, in my Sully build, I used to run all Sully stats and then leadership runes. But that only gives you 25% boon duration, so it's not like amazing. Dude, what the fuck is my... Why am I getting feared instantly? Like, no, quick. Alright. What's your oil? What? Yeah, there's an oil that I use as well. You know, Drewski, I have not played any Condi Engineer, but my instinct is just to tell you to try playing Selly Spear Hollow. I don't know why. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if anybody even plays that, but that sounds interesting to me. And I would probably go burn damage oriented. I'll probably go Selly stats with Spear. And then I guess based on like how I think Spear works out, maybe a Balthazar rune for burn damage or something like that. I don't know. Anyway. That's my instinct there. Just try that. Just have fun with it. They run Firework? Well, Firework is for power. Spear, Selly, Hollow is a bruiser build, and they run Firework. I mean... Why not? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. The difference between fire and leadership is not that different. Oh man, dude, I got 13 people here and no likes on the stream. The disrespect on my name is insane. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm over here working my ass off, playing some sick ass Renegaming. Not a single like. The build you use rivers. Oh, don't use rivers. Don't use rivers. Rivers is quite bad, unless you have a mechanic that gives you back your endurance, like Vindicator. It's been like giga nerfed. Here is what I would do. I'm just gonna guess. Selly, Hollow, Spear, some sort of condition damage rune, probably. I don't really know that much about Hollow, so I don't really know how big a deal the leadership runes is for the boon duration. But if I think the boon duration is important, I would go Firework or leadership, depending. Probably leadership for Selly. And I guess I don't know what sigils are the best for engineer, but obviously a stat stacking sigil on the offhand weapon, and then on spear. Again, I'm not really sure what sigils are best. In my opinion, like the best sigils are the ones that spam out condies to eat up cleanse. So like Earth, Geomancy, Hydromancy, Torment, Blight. Those ones are really good. But it depends on the build. Depends on the build. Like for Renegade, you use a lot of Burning and Torment, so you know I've used the Demon's Sigil. Energy Cleanse, yeah, that's pretty defensive. Energy Cleanse is probably pretty safe, you know. I personally don't use a lot of Cleanse Sigil. Or sorry, Energy Sigil on anything except for like Vindy. Balthazar Sigil? Balthazar Rune, yep. Try that, Drew, that sounds good. Balthazar Runes makes sense to me. Because, you don't want to really invest a lot into condi duration. Dude, I can't tell if the Faffle guys are just specifically looking for the tail because I'm hiding really far back, or if I'm just getting a bit unlucky there. But each time they show up, it's right on top of me. Question mark. It's a good thing this Stunbreak gives me stab, to be honest. One good thing about Rene. Medabout has Vass and his Garen. Do not use his Garen, that seems like a troll. Vass Relic? Use a Speed Relic, maybe. Oh, actually, no, you have so much secret speed, you probably don't need a Speed Relic on Hollow. I don't know, but what if I just go Shiro? What if I go Shiro and Claw? Let's go Shiro Claw. Okay. Yeah, let's go Claw. Should do it. I was considering Eagle there, but I don't think Eagle is as good on this, because I think Renegade is so squishy. I can't like grind in the melee. I always go Claw. I'm a Claw simp, it's true. $10K Jade wins. Oh my god, I'm getting CC like crazy. Crazy. I wonder if I had any stab there or if I just didn't have it and got walled. Who's my stabber, bro? Two reliable stabbers. I wonder if I just got stripped. Going power scrapper. Let's see. Dude, I go off of roads and I regret it instantly. Every time I do that, I regret it literally. Claw and Demon Queen. Yeah, Demon Queen is probably the best for Condi. Claw, I don't know if it's gonna have good uptime. I just don't know if it synergizes well enough. Because Jade Winds is okay. Ooh. My attack went down. Ugh. I hate that I feel like I have to have roads, man. You know what I was thinking about? What if Conduit? What if instead of like you get an F2, but it gives you like, I don't know, it casts like a spell from the other legend you have or something like that. Like a cheap version or something, like a mini version of, I don't know, I was thinking about that the other day. Because people were talking about redesigns for Conduit. And somebody said like, what if you get an F2 that casts like an important ability from that legend or something? Like Jade Winds or Rite of the Red Dwarf or Inspiring Reinforcements or Resistance or Strips or whatever, whichever one you want. Hey, what's happening? Where are we going? That'd be cool if it feels like selectable. Like you can get one of the abilities, but like a weaker version or something, or maybe full power, who knows, but... Yeah. It's weird that I'm really tempted on Power Renegade not to use the Rene stance, but it splashes out so many boons that it feels wrong not to. This is supposed to be... Here we go. All right. Ash. All right, so man, these fights are so messy. It's hard to compare anything. All right, so the scrappers are cranking. Should I just go Mindy and try and compete with the scrappers? Nah. Hold on, I didn't finish. I just realized I didn't finish reading your comment. That's it. I'm going Power Scrapper, easy, and I can run Spear if you want to be silly. Yeah. It will work, and then I don't have to spend more. I mean, Power Scrapper is good. So do it. Have I gotten enough, like, comparative? Because the big thing I wanted to test was like the greatsword combo, basically, but I haven't really had a great chance to do it. Go for it, be greedy. Let's go full damn. The thing is, I'm in a party with a lot of booners, so a lot of boon boys. Oh, let's do it. Gotta be Rhodes, sadly. My group doesn't react very quickly, so Rhodes is like a cushion. This guy walked all the way up here just to put this. Okay. Alright, I'll do one good fight with Dwarf Stance, Renegade, full power, with some dragon species, but full power mostly. Alright. I almost want to go like... Oh. Ugh, I got overrun before I can finish comboing. I spiked, but so this is a useless one to compare any numbers on because most people probably went down instantly. Everybody was asleep. Ice Razor's ire. Oh wait, I have the right okay. Ire emotes too. Yeah, the emotes are good. It's the one thing is that I like. I really like how much access to CCs and in the rotation. Just trying to figure out if it's worth. It's got to be worth, right? The second legend is always so weird. It's like I always feel so torn, dude. I want to do this for resist uptime, so I'll try it a couple more times. But if I go, this brawler is better. I'm gonna focus on just spamming out resists. Let's see how it goes. Renegade is definitely more mid-range than melee. That's why sword feels weird. Or greatsword, I mean. This went down, even though you guys just tried to stealth bomb us. You guys tripped on your own shoelaces on the way in. I wonder if just going mace axe is better, or mace sword. I think I'm gonna drop greatsword. It's just not good enough on Renegade, I think. There are some good combos, but it's just too... Renegade is too fragile. So, if greatsword's out, what are the other options? You can go axe, you can go sword, axe. You can go mace, axe, mace, sword. That's a nasty little combo because it delays a lot of damage. Interesting. Yo, I beat Bob Lazar. Hammer, short bow. Power, short bow, but I feel like it's so low DPS. Am I crazy for thinking that? Power, short bow. But I kind of also feel, I don't know, I liked greatsword there. I liked greatsword there for finishing power. Spear is so good, just in general. It's a good general weapon. It's good mid-range, not terrible with melee. So if it's like your main melee option, it's not bad. You know, don't hate it. So let's look again. Weapons. One thing about a short sword offhand is the damage is bad. It's not bad. 1100 base damage is not terrible, but I already said I'm not a big fan of the hammer lately. It's not bad. It's a fine weapon. It's just not. It doesn't feel as good. The hammer needs something, a little love, for it to be a little more fun. Spear, in my opinion, is just more fun hammer. Hammer has a lot of mobility issues with the locking on the animations and stuff. I'll be honest, mace sword sounds not bad, but why would that be any better than... I mean, greatsword is very melee weapon oriented, Let's try it. Let's try it. Enough talking. Literally enough talking. Let's just do sword offhand, mace. We'll go hydro. Just put energy, I guess. All right, so yeah, the mace is like not bad. It is kind of a mid-range option, to be honest. Yeah, not to worry. I'm kind of used to the force movement part of the mace, so it's not a big deal for me. It does get awkward. Oh, this is such a bad idea. It doesn't get a bit awkward when you don't have a lot of room to do like the jump back and forth thing. I don't know if I've ever shown that on stream, but if you start your hammer 2 and then target a new enemy, it'll like turn to target them, to face them, right? I'm sure that's not like that. Groundbreaking. Well, all right. Man, that felt real weird, I'll be honest. Hey, Crypto. Actually, I think Shortbow is less buttons, because the only button you really care about on Shortbow is Shortbow 4. Okay. Yeah, you only press Shortbow 4. That's like your only... You can press Shortbow 5 if you want, but it's really not that important. Shortbow 4 is the big one, so... I don't know, Renegade is... I don't know, let me think. Do I consider... Nah, Renegade is not high APM. There's not that many button presses that you have to press, like in sequence. I mean, and what I mean by that is, I meant to say outside of sequence, like off global cooldown. Everything is on global cooldown pretty much. So you just press your 2 Dark Razors, you dump your energy, switch, you use your utilities as you need. You know, pretty. Honestly, once you figure out that you don't want to use anything except for like 1 or 2 utilities in each of the legends and limit how many times you're using your weapons, it feels pretty good. Yeah, Cryptor, you're okay. So I think you need to understand something about Revenant. Revenant is not limited by cooldowns. Revenant is limited by energy. So the main mechanic on Revenant is not you using everything on cooldown. It's actually you using everything based on your energy rotation. So if you played like Guardian, Hold on. Dude, are you serious, man? Like, where the fuck is this tab? Alright, we're doing pretty good here. I would like to be Sharpo. I am feeling the urge to be in Sharpo right now. I am agreeing that Mace is okay, but it's hard to use. So I think Mace is out. I think Sword is out. I think Sharpo is really the best secondary. Sharpo or Hammer, both are good. I like putting the fire fields on downs with Mace, but it's not really that good enough to warrant a slot in the rotation. So. All right. All right. So eventually, I want to go. I would like to go Sharpo, I guess, and just switch out. Okay. All right. Let me just peek at the weapons one more time before I kind of like close this book in my mind. So hammer, spear, short bow, greatsword. I mean, greatsword is an option. It's just not as good. So let's go greatsword, berserker, horse, hydro. Power infusions. And let's go Eagle. All right. All right, we're gonna go Eagle with Dwarf and Great Sword again. Gotta make sure I confirm my kills. There's some crazy ass near deaths for sure, bro. Woo, boy. I'm making it work though. You want to go full power Renegade, man, you really can. Oof. Greatsword is only playable with dwarf. I feel like vengeful hammers is really it's almost required. Alright, well. Nice. Are you playing with Retribution or Devastation? Here's what I'm playing, guys. Sorry, I don't think I really went over the build much. It's kind of just playing random stuff. Well, not random stuff. I've been testing random other things. Just things I've been thinking about with Renegade recently. But right now, I went Power Renegade today. I started Condi. And it's fine. It's just these fights are real fast, very bursty. So Condi's not really good. So I switched to Power Rene, and I decided I'd finalize my thoughts on weapons. So I think for Rene, Hammer, Shortbow, Greatsword, and Spear are the only good weapons that you can use. If you use Greatsword, you're pretty much locked into Dwarf stance, I think, in my opinion. But if you don't want to go Greatsword, you can go Demon stance and then pick any other weapon. And if you do that, you can go, instead of Eagle, you can go Brawler. Brawler is pretty good. You can also go probably Claw, because you have a lot of CC. All right, let's go back. Dwarf stance. So let's think out loud here. What are the advantages of the build I'm playing versus Vindicator? If you're okay, Renegade versus Lion stance, you got more CC. You got Emob. Your burst is good. You provide boons to allies, I guess. That's a big one of the biggest things. Yeah, the reason I was thinking Devastation is pretty much just because of Swift's termination and notoriety. You need the extra power to make up for all the stats I'm throwing around the build. So let me rethink that. So I provide boons. I'm a little more glassy than Vindicator. And then in terms of stats, I get a 15% damage increase plus 10%. So I have a 25% damage increase plus crit modifiers. So I get increased crit plus 15%, but I don't get the 240 power that you get from Vindy. So Vindicator, you get 25% damage increase plus 240 power. So this is giving me more crit, which allows me to move that power plus crit to other stuff like boon duration. I don't know. This feels like more of a utility DPS, like maybe a Scourge slot. Like a power Scourge almost. It's good. Honestly, it's good. It's basically like if you took away Barrier from Scourge, and then of course gave them Revenant utilities through Demon Stance. So, but you have good damage. I don't think Scourge has good damage, but they have Barrier access. So you get like a little bit of, you get like slightly weaker strips. You get access to some boons, and then you have burst damage. Interesting. Basically, like, you know, like I'm trying to look at like parties. Is there a party where I think a Renegade would just replace a Scourge and be better? Like, let's think about it. I'm basically a Scourge that has because Scourge CC. So I'm a Scourge that has barely a little bit less barrier, or sorry, strips, but I provide no barrier at all. But I focus all of the rest of that into just offensive stuff. This is why I love Renegade, honestly. It's like it's like a true hybrid DPS in World v World, and it's so rare to find good, fun hybrid DPS in World v World. All the it's either pure support or pure damage in my experience. All the hybrid builds have been pretty ass. They're all like roaming builds, but this feels like it's a good build for Zerging. No barrier, no cleanse, but more stab, yeah. So more boons, but no cleanse or barrier. Fascinating. Yeah, Renegade wins if you need stab, but if you want to focus on defensive play, maybe Scourge is the way. You know, to be honest, I still think like this lineup that we have right here is like perfect. Yeah, Untamed, you got Renegade, then you got one boon support plus a healer, and then instead of having a secondary boon support, they can just have like a Scourge there, or a Spellbreaker, or I mean Chrono's good too, of course, but fun. DDD. It's crazy that people don't love Renegade as much as me. It's a bit of a it's an underappreciated spec. I swear the spec is crazy as hell. If you don't really know your supports, Renegade is really good because you do everything a little bit, you know? You kind of like, you can soften the enemy Zerg, you provide all the boons, you have CC in the build. It's super good, but of course, if you have like supports you trust a lot, like I usually do, Vindicator is the way to go. You play more Renegade or anything? Really? Renegade Rise Up. I used to play Renegade a lot in PvE. But then I started getting like kind of annoyed but not ever having around quick. So I just started going Vindy PvE. You just a Malix. Oh wait. You play Ventari Sally? Ventari Sally Rene. Damn. Thank you. Yeah, it's good. It's good, hard to kill. Wait, why Sally though? Instead of Minstrel for Ventari? I love Malix, honestly. I think Malix is my favorite stance. I'll be honest, I think Renegade has one of the best rotations in the game. It's pretty obvious that Charged Mists was literally designed. Was like literally designed for Renegade, I feel like. The rotation width is just so good. Literally, it's just so good. Oh, GG. Thank you all. Say thank you to everybody. Thank you, subs. I guess we're tagging down, guys. Bit of a short one again tonight. I think content tagged down? Not sure. Wasn't up your support. Oh, I see. So you were doing like a Condi support. Oh, that's interesting. It's actually pretty interesting. I always felt Ventari was too too clunky. So I never really played with it much. I'll be honest. I didn't enjoy it. I was not really a big fan of thinking about that tablet. Da-da-da. Yeah, we tagged down. Oh. Well, that was good fights, man. That was fun. It's always a blast. Your sustain was off? Really? Wait, which, you're in coin, right, Natalie? Natalie? Natalie, are you Italian? I'm guessing it's Italian. Natalie. Were you guys missing healers? We were pretty small, but we had all the big boys on today, I think. We were pretty punchy. It's not playable anymore. They ruined the energy that bad, huh? Coin? Yeah, Coin was who I was just fighting. Oh, Fafo. Not enough FPs. I see. Did it. That sucks. Well, good fights, man. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night. I think I'll be around tomorrow night. Although it's gonna be a short night for PóRR. Gotcha. Oh, so Coin's in this part of Fafo now? Is that what's going on? My brain is too old to remember what's going on with all the guilds and stuff. Should have stream sniped harder. Eh, who cares, to be honest. Stream sniping is not really a thing in a World Reworld, in my opinion. You thought Coin was closer to SEA time? Coin runs all the time. Literally, like, non-stop. Unless I'm misremembering, which totally could be the case. Oh, you guys are in Pan. Oh, that's why. You're just checking. I figured, Doc. You know I don't really care about stream sniping. I feel like stream sniping in World Reworld literally doesn't exist. The only time stream sniping literally matters is if the enemy shows up and surprises your enemy Zerg, you know, with that information that they wouldn't have had otherwise. But it's really not. Even then, bro, it's like not really a, you know. You said no stream snipe? Yeah, I figured. Tons of respect for your guild. Oh, thanks, man. I mean, we respect everybody we play with. I think at most, maybe people figure out that I'm into Zerg, and maybe they tail bomb me, but if I get tail bombed, it's usually because I'm too slow. I don't really think it's gonna be sniped or anything. Boy. Am I in power? I actually can't tell if I'm in power or not. I am in power. I feel very squishy. Why? I'm in the right build. The right talents on? I don't know, maybe I don't. Wait, what? Didn't even notice the scout was coming. Look forward to getting better with Spear. Spear Rene. What kind of problems are you running into on Spear Rene? There's some like GCD clipping things that you can do on Spear that will slow you down. Maybe that's what you're doing. To be honest, in my opinion, Spear has one of the easier rotations. Ow. Got pulled or something. Oh, I forgot to have Sherpa. That guy's down. Dun, dun, dun. The range on Spear sometimes feels short. Yes, but you can cast something on spear at max range and run away, and it'll channel. And if you'll have an effective range of 900, but you would have casted it at like 600. But by the time you ran away, the you know, the spear 5 or spear 4 is like 600 yards away. That guy's downed. This guy. Gonna wait till my energy's a little bit up. Okay, I actually got that guy down. Running away from the ledge was a mistake from your end. Sorry to tell you, my friend. Alright. Sorry, buddy. Who's next? Come on, guys. Come on. All right. Salah's gonna come straight for me. Out of combat. Should I just pour it out? Yeah, fuck it. These guys are mad. Rob them of their defeat. Alright. I guess we'll go back and defend. There's some people here on red. Alright, let me catch up on chat, guys. Sorry. You look forward to getting better on spear. Oh, I read that. The range on spear. Yeah, spear's weird. Oh, your rotation is bad. You forget that it has a range too. Oh, you're crazy. Yeah, spear I consider it a ranged weapon. I almost never use it as a melee weapon. Very rare. Yeah, about face. Alright, let's just do a bit of kiting on spear. So with spear, every attack you can do while facing away, right? You can always be walking away. Literally every single attack. You can walk away and press 2. You don't have to turn around, okay? You can press 4. All of these things, you don't have to be targeting the enemy or facing them, okay? So mobility-wise, spear is really easy to use. It's like easier to use than hammer since a hammer has all these animation locks, okay? Rotation wise for spear, here's a big tip, guys, that honestly it sounds obvious, but it actually does help. In fact, let me do display cap and then let me turn on an add-on for you guys. Manage modules, distance rings. All right, guys, so here's an add-on that I use to help me learn my ranges, okay? This is an add-on called distance rings. It's really not that important, but It does help you visualize certain skills. So I think we're using this one, right? No, we're on this one. All right, so this is your range on spear. Okay, you can put a circle, you can put the half of this circle up to here, right? Yeah, put max range. See? Okay, so this is your effective range, almost like you can do full DPS uptime around here. So if the enemy Zerg is around here, okay, if they're within this like range, you're able to start pumping out damage. This is also the range of your Jade Winds, okay? All right, so Jade Winds is the same range as your max effective range on spear, okay? So this is what it looks like. Secondly, the spear rotation is actually really easy. Don't sweat it too much. The spear rotation, as soon as the targets are like here, you can just start cranking. Just go like 5, 2, 5. If your tag is ready to start like actually bombing, you can start throwing in your 4. So 5, 2, 5 is your key combo to start. And then if I can find another NPC, I wish I didn't kill both of those. Can't find shit. So then you have 5, 2, 5, and then you have 5, 4, 5, 2, 5, which is, you know, not that much harder. So you got 5, 2, 5, 4, then you get one more 5. At this point, your spear rotation is done. You don't really have to worry about spear very much right now, because the only thing you can do is use your spear 2 to recharge your 5, and then use your 5. That's it. After that, you're just waiting. So you don't really want to be in spear for too long, if you can avoid it. If you're in melee range, of course. If you're in melee range, you should just switch to your melee weapon at that point. But you always want to at least get to 3 stacks to get that rotation going. So again, you're at range, you're poking 5, 2, 5, and you can do 4, and that's it. Really simple. I use my spear 3 to dodge through the enemy Zerg a lot. So if this is the enemy Zerg and my Zerg is kind of running through them, I'll kind of like do that. I'll run through them, dropping my utilities as I'm going, and that'll preserve my evasion here. So preserving your evades is good because of your free crit. You get your free. You have a crit steroid that you kind of want to keep active, basically, because if you do, you have guaranteed crits in the Zerg build, not in this build. This build is the roaming build. So that's pretty easy. And then the rotation, I mean, your secondary legend rotation is really easy. If you're using Jade Winds, if you're in Shiro, you're just using Jade Winds. That's it. If you're in Demon, you're just using your strips when you bomb or resisting any other time. Also very easy. So if you're in Demon, you just press your pain absorb like over and over again. And then you can do 1 or 2 strips per legend swap, depending on how you prefer. The reason I say that is because your typical energy rotation is going to look like this. You switch, you got 75, you do 1 strip, 1 resist, you do a few weapon skills, okay? And then once your resist or strip comes back, you decide now which one you'll do. So if you want to do another resist and just dump and get out, go to the next stance, you can, and just repeat the process where you just dump this and then do it one more time before you leave. Or you can just throw in another strip. So you're gonna have 3 seconds where you can legend swap, but you're gonna want to wait. You're gonna want to do this combo one more time before you switch out. And of course, I would have been using weapon skills on regular targets, so I would be at the charged mists thresholds. Let me just go to a demi. I'll just do a couple of rotatos before I log out, since it's a bit early. Also, I'm still in my Discord, aren't I? The boys, I am. But everybody's just chilling, I think. Hold on a second. Somebody's telling me to look at this log. Let's see, graph. Ooh. Hold on. Nice. 140k spike. Holy. I only got one spike close to him. Interesting. Let me look at the rest of these. Hold on. You know, looking at the damage graphs for Renegade is one of the things I was wondering, but we didn't really get too many great fights. But since somebody uploaded all these, let's look at them. Is this even on stream? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm just gonna compare myself with Frosty since he was topping the meter. Oh, and Echo Bar. Where the heck? We got Tiff. Nice. Good spikes, dude. It's crazy how our spikes always line up. Where's my boy Echo Bar? Oh, Bob Lazar. That's right. Interesting. All right. Let's not look at these for too long. It's a lot of these to check out. Ooh, that's a very even spike graph right there. I like that. Very nice. All of our top boys. Beazle. You got our Reaper. You got me on a Rene. You got Scrappy. Cool. I'll do the Rotatos after this. Damn. Very even. Very even, but I spiked pretty high here at the top. 90k, 96k. Fascinating. I feel like Renegade has potential for high bursts because, you know, one thing I like about Renegade, I think I mention it all the time, is that all the damage is like delayed. So you can kind of like do a combo Giga Spike, which is how I designed my it's literally how I designed these builds. Let me just go Berserker on everything that's Dragon so that I have as much power as possible. Alright, so this is my Zerg set. Okay. Yeah, you can see that delayed feel. It's good. It's actually quite good because you can do something like this. Like, I'm going to do Ice, Dark, Legend swap, weapon swap, which is going to proc Hydromancy, and then do like Greatsword Burst, right? And in my opinion, that's really powerful. I don't know how that lines up with all the other DPS specs, but I think it's good. Hard to say. Don't have my boons actually. I wonder if I can. Yeah, I can actually juggle these. Also, I'm max damage right now, right? Yeah, I am. All right. All right, we'll call that a pretty. Whoa, look at that, boys. 80k. That is the number I was getting on Vindy. Although I think my might stack might be a little more consistently high. All right, but to go over the rotation, you can ignore the greatsword part. I'll just do it on spear since I recommend short bow usually. But greatsword is something I'm kind of messing around with. Rotation wise, I almost always open. If I'm in like dwarf stance, I open with Rhodes, Spear 5, Legend swap. If I don't do that fast enough, and I don't think I'm going to get the Legend swap timing, you can throw in a Heroic command. Like if you don't trust your timing, it is hard. So I don't blame you. I do that a lot. Sometimes I'll just wait a second and just dump the 10 energy that I have with this just to make sure I get it. So you can do, you know, Rhodes down, Spear 5, Heroic command, Legend swap. Do your 2 utilities you always do. 5, 4, 5, 2, 5. I like to do Ice Razor here, or Razor Claws right there, because it usually lines up at that point. But That's only because I'm trying to spike. I honestly don't know if that's the best for the full rotation, so it depends. And the reason I say that is because I use less energy on Greatsword than I do on Shortbow. Normally I replace Razor Claw's Rage with Shortbow 5. But we'll do 4, 5, switch. Then you can really just use your utilities in Dwarf or your secondary stance really whenever you want. Just make sure you don't overcap your Spear 2s and Spear 5s. 2 and 5 is basically what you want to spam. After that, make sure you swap under 40 energy, and the way you do that is by making sure that you use a high energy cost utility right when you legend swap. So high energy cost utilities, I guess I'll just lay them out in case there's a VOD enjoyer checking this out. I usually combo Inspiring Reinforcements or Rite of the Great Dwarf plus Legend Swap because it's just 40 energy. So a lot of times you can make sure that you're about to be under 40 energy and then you use the utility swap, right? That seems really obvious to me, but I'm just gonna say it because, you know, maybe people are new to Rev. And then for your Legend Swap combo on Dwarf stance, you want to make sure that first when you enter the legend you use these two Ice and Dark in that order, Ice, Dark, and then you want to keep on dumping your energy, keeping it low and keeping it around 50. Once your utilities come back at 50, dump and then swap, and then just keep using your weapon skills. Pretty simple. So here I have a lot of energy, so I'm going to Rite of the Great Dwarf and then dump a little bit. That's kind of how I manage it a bit. So I use my Ice and then Dark weapon skills, and then I'm at 50 when it comes back. Right here I just need a bit more energy. Legend Swap, Heroic Command down the roads, and that's kind of the rotation. You just have one part here where you gotta dump a lot of energy in Dwarf stance, but you can do that with Rite of the Great Dwarf. So as you can see here, if you look at my boon table, these are the boons I'm providing with a relatively DPS oriented build that just shits out boons by accident. So I'm a bit high or a bit low on energy, so I'm going to wait a bit before I do anything. So there are times where you overspend on weapon skills like I just did there, and you got to be a bit careful. So Spear 4 really whenever, it's part of the rotation. Heroic Command, okay, use Ice plus Dark. So I want to float around 50 energy right here. So I'm a bit high, so Heroic Command, then I'll use my 2 utilities plus 1 Spear 5. Then I'll go and switch, go Rite of the Great Dwarf, start going with my CC combos. You have a bit more energy to play with in Dwarf stance. So I usually do Heroic Command, Rite of the Great Dwarf, and Roads. Those are the 3 skills I end up using in Dwarf. So here I'm not going to Heroic Command. I think I've learned that I don't want to Heroic Command other than in Dwarf stance really, or if I want to like secure my energy to switch like I just did right there. So here I'm going to Rite of the Great Dwarf plus Spear 5-4, 5-4, Heroic Command, Legend Swap. And as you can see, I'm providing like crazy boons. Right now I'm not focusing on resistance at all. I'll switch over to Demon stance and I'll show you what the resistance looks like. So this just came back up. Alright, so that's pretty consistent. Good spikes too. So in summary, Dwarf stance, you Rite of the Great Dwarf, you use a few utilities or weapon skills, and then you will do a Heroic Command, or sorry, a Rite of the Great Dwarf. And if your energy management is good, like you were very quick in your rotation, you don't have to Heroic Command, but I usually end up doing it anyway. So then I'll do the Heroic Command and then switch to the Rene stance. Alright, so with Dwarf or Demon, it's easy, but you're focusing on strips plus resistance mostly. So here is the same thing. So Ice plus Dark, Legend Swap, then use your Pain Absorption plus Bandit's enchantments pretty much right away. A couple of weapon skills. I like to re-pain absorb as it comes back up, and then 1 heroic command. So I'm gonna delay my rotation, so just do the Renegade stance again, which is basically ice plus dark, weapon skills, ice plus dark. So I'm about to come up with a cooldown, 50 energy, perfect. Demon stance, pain absorption, strips, weapon skills, okay? You can throw in your spear 4 anytime. So pain absorption of again, you can weapon swap or legend swap here, and that's it. When you're using demon stance, you don't really have to. You can use heroic command in Renegade stance because you have a little extra energy in Renegade stance. You have less energy to play with in demon. All right. So 1 more resist here. So if you look at my resist uptime, I'm at 90%. I'm nearly like a full offense power build, and I don't even have my concentration utility out right now. So I gotta get to 50 energy here, and then that's it. Strips, pain absorb, weapon skills. Simple. Pain absorb. Then here I'd probably just do heroic command plus a few weapon skills here. And then switch. All right, I think that's plenty. That's like full rotation. So yeah, and as you can see, these are the boons. 90% uptime on resist, 15 stacks of might on your own, with some overlap where you get to 25 for a couple of seconds, and you provide almost full uptime on prot. Yeah. This build is good. This build is probably my recommended build for anybody that wants to play Revenant, but has experience playing like a DPS role, or a person who is interested in playing DPS, but is a Revenant player, like mainly. There are probably other DPS specs I'd recommend to play other than Revenant. I think Revenant's a little bit on the harder side. All right, you got an idea for Conduit. It's a legend where you store or build energy. Oh man, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about, but I already love that idea. I could elaborate on that. So hold on. Let me guess. The affinity makes my legend swap skills stronger? Is that what you're saying? Like you get astral or cosmic wisdom, and it's good for your F2 skill, whatever. But also, what if you get an F3 and the F3? No. How can we make the cosmic wisdom buff up your alternate legend? I mean, I guess honestly, what if this? Okay, here it is, guys. Okay, we bake in baseline the trait here. Bake in the trait where it says weapon skills give you cosmic juice. Okay. When you legend swap with max cosmic juice, you gain resonance skills on your legend from Raza. So now you have Raza effects on your demon stance, on your Shiro, on your dwarf, and then they can like buff up. Basically, it makes like the core legends better, and then they just have to buff up Raza a little bit. You know, we all know Raza kind of sucks right now. That's cool. I like that idea, and that way, it kind of punishes you. But should it punish you if you don't get to the max cap before you legend swap? I don't know if I like that. I don't know. There's something there. I like that. I like that a lot. The problem with Raza though is what would be the resonance skills that Raza provides to these guys? Maybe more dervish stuff. Oh, that'd be good. That'd actually be really cool if they flavored most of these with dervish stuff. I don't know how they could do that though. That might be hard. Love it. I like that idea. I'll be honest, guys. I'm scared. I was looking at somebody else's tier list. Oh wait, this is my DPS tier list. So this icon teasers. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, this is from long ago. All right, just put that back to S. All right, so it's not gonna worry about these. All right, guys, I'm gonna be really quick about this because I was thinking about my opinions on this earlier. Actually, like, am I crazy for thinking that Paragon is more cool than Amalgam? No, that's fucked. That's definitely fucked. Yeah, I don't think Evoker is cooler than Illuminary. I'm not missing any, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, these are all of them. All right. I'll be honest. I didn't think Amalgam was that cool. Isn't it crazy? Am I crazy for thinking that Amalgam was not really as cool as I thought it was gonna be? You saw some crazy. Yeah, I saw that. I probably saw that exact video in PvP, right? All right, so I think Gale Shot is probably the most interesting elite spec that came out, and I like Troubadour's theme and the mechanics look cool. Ritualist is Ritualist as cool as Troubadour to me? I think it's like this. No, I actually don't think Amalgam is good enough to be A tier. So I like the theme of Ritualist and I like the trade ideas, but I think there's some fucked up shit with the gameplay they gotta work out. Could be like a tuning thing. We'll see. But I think they got, basically, I think if you're an S, really good design, really solid trade ideas, rotation already seems fun. If you're in A, you're basically like, it's good concept, but it's not like quite as polished, you know what I mean? And I feel like Troubadour is like really close to being S. It's really cool, but it's like missing a little bit of that polish. And then with the B tier specs here, this is stuff that just needs like, it just needs like a little bit of tuning, or maybe like a little bit of like slight mechanical rework, but like not major, like just maybe just like adjusting traits or something. Oh man, do I think Amalgam? I mean, I'm really trying to think. Yeah, I do think I do. I don't think Amalgam is cooler than Ritualist. Personally, I didn't really think it was as fun. Paragon is like barely in B tier. I feel like Paragon is just like more interesting spellbreaker, and that's not a bad thing, but I don't know, I kind of was hoping there was more to it than this, I guess. So it's staying down here. And then Conduit, I got Conduit in C because if you're in C, to me that means that like the theme or the idea of the elite spec is cool, but they didn't execute it well, or there are some things that maybe require mechanical reworks, you know, like full trait reworks, or just straight up updating the skills to be completely basically different, because I'll be honest, the Raza Legend skills are all pretty bad and non-memorable and they don't look super cool. So if you're in C, it's because you need like mechanical rework. You need to be like looked at mechanically, so there's a lot more work that goes into that, but it's fixable. Like C is fixable, but it needs love, it needs time, work. If you're below C, I think you are not fixable. I think that Luminary is like on the border of not being fixable. I'll be honest. You feel like they should get rid of the support stuff from Conduit? I actually totally agree with you. I almost said I disagree, but I thought about it again. I totally agree with you, actually, on second thought. Maybe that'll give them like freedom to design something more interesting, you know? So Luminary, my problem with Luminary is that the Shroud feels boring. And it's like on conduit level where all they got to do is just like, you know, fix up a couple of traits and maybe add in like a mechanic or two. And then it's like fixable, you know. Then it depends, like, I don't know, if the gameplay is really fun, then it can go up anywhere here, really. But it's like, do I think Luminary is more fundamentally uninteresting? I do think it's less interesting, because the reason I think that Luminary is less interesting is because, first of all, you have core virtues, which are fucking boring. They're all boring as hell, let's be honest. The shroud skills are interesting, but it just doesn't feel like it adds a lot to the kit or the rotation or the flavor of the class much for me. So I honestly feel like this needs more love and more work than Conduit does. I feel like there needs to be more with the shroud thing. The only cool thing that Luminary had going for it was exploding light aura. Exploding light aura was a really cool, interesting idea, and I'm happy to see that like there are some people who made it work in PvP. But that being the only interesting thing out of the whole spec, that's a downer. So it's on D because it needs like more than just thematic rework. It needs like intentional design upgrade. I'm not sure how to say that more clearly in my mind, but also having damage reduction, increasing buffs that aren't boons. Yeah, those are also a little boring, a little stale. And then we got Antiquary, which or sorry, Evoker. I should not skip it. Evoker. Evoker's all right. I don't know, when I think about Evoker, it just seemed like not enough stuff was going on. It just seemed like core elementalist, really. But when you know, it's weird because, like, let's think about it, right? Let's try to be real fair. Like, Evoker is like playing Vindicator without Greatsword, right? It's like, okay, you got dodge and then you got your alliance skills, right? It's like it feels like it's missing something. It feels like it's missing like its other part of the spec, at least to me, for Evoker. Now, I'm not a big Ellie guy, so I could be definitely off base. Maybe maybe it goes up higher. Maybe I should really put it above Luminary. Because no, it's not above Luminary because it's just so weak. All the traits were boring. All of these shouts that you got, or not shouts, the utility skills were uninteresting. And it was a little bit underwhelming visually. So it's on Luminary's level, where it needs like some theme love, mechanical love. It needs some gameplay love. It just needs a lot of stuff, basically. And then you got Antiquary here. I'm gonna put Antiquary in F tier because I just don't find it very interesting at all. I thought the steel skills were boring or uninteresting. I thought the like randomness, the random nature of the steel skills. I thought the random nature of the spear skills was kind of pointless. Or sorry, not spear skills, steel skills. Was kind of pointless and stupid. I don't really like that. I mean, I don't mind having like an RNG spec. I've played like lottery specs before, like I mean, like old Elemental Shaman was literally a lottery, but I played Outlaw Rogue when that was like OP, and that was literally a lottery spec. So I get the Feast and Famine thing, but I don't think they even hit that mechanic very interestingly on Antiquary. It's just random types of steals, and the steals didn't feel very fun to use. You feel like steel was RNG back in the day? Was steel RNG back in the day? No, I thought, well, maybe, I don't know. I started playing the game way late, so I remember steals being like set depending on what your target type was, like their race and stuff like that, and then class for PvP. So now I wanted to do something kind of interesting and just go over all of the End of Dragons elite specs. Just like, I'm not gonna talk about my opinions on why they're here, but I just want to compare like how they worked out. comparatively to like now. So you got Harb, and you got Machinist, Machinist, you got Squirtioso. This is Kata, right? Yeah. Am I missing one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can find junk and random things. Oh. Alright, then you got Path of Fire ones. Path of Fire. Mirage. Soul Beast is Path of Fire. Hollow is Path of Fire. Firebrand is Path of Fire. Weaver is Path of Fire. Scourge and Spellbreak. There you go. Now let's line these up correctly with the correct elite spec icons. This is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. I'm incompetent. Okay, there we go. You just want a class that fits your playstyle. What kind of playstyle do you think is missing? Alright, so this is all Heart of Thorns crap. Scrappy, Druid, yeah, Herald, Zerker, Chrono. Alright. Let's line these up. Okay. Wait, what? How did I mess all these up? There you go. Tibal. Hi, quick question. I noticed that your arc doesn't reset the meters after you go out of combat, then get in another fight. These numbers just accumulate while mine resets immediately. Is there a setting? Is it maybe combat time? Use squad combat for combat duration? Basically, so my arc DPS is set to record combat until everybody in my squad leaves. I can change from keep the numbers from resetting. You want to accumulate all of that. See, oh, I see. You want to go to stats and then you want to go to normalized instead of current fight. So if you go to under the stats panel here, and then you go down to your damage meter. There's one that says normalized, and then one that says like all the data basically. You're probably looking for the normalized data. I have mine set to current fight. Huh. It added all these things on there. Oh, I see. Who did this? Hold on, what do I have it set to? What? Oh, I just have it set to 2, I guess. Yeah, here we go. And there. What was I gonna say? I definitely got caught off track. Oh yeah. So End of Dragons, the elite specs ended up pretty crappy. I mean, Catalyst is like, it's a B. Virtuoso is like an A. Harb is like a B. Woolbender's an A. I'm just talking about design, by the way. Mechanist. What do I think about Mechanist? You try that? Sure, no problem, man. Let me know if it works. If it doesn't, try to figure it out with you. I don't know Mechanist enough, so I'm gonna put it down here then. No, I think it's fine. It's probably B. It's like better than average. Untamed is definitely an S. Untamed is like one of my favorite builds in the game. Spectre is lower than mech, higher than this. Yeah. And then you got Vindy, and I love Vindy. I think Vindy's also S. You know me, Vindy simp. All right, so considering that, I feel like this new wave of elite specs is on average worse than what we normally get. But these have been refined and tuned. You know, this is still early. Do I think Kata, Harb, Mech, and Spectre are not A? I think maybe Spectre could be A. Nah, I don't think that. I don't think that Spectre could be A. If any of these are cool, I think maybe Harbinger is probably the coolest out of all of these. And I probably like in this order, if I'm going to be real picky about the order I'm putting these in. So on average, we got B's or greater elite specs. Nothing that was like totally fucked like these ones are. And then you got Renegade, which is also S to me. You got Deadeye, which is fixable but needs work in my opinion. Soul Beast is cool, very fun, very good. Probably up here. Firebrand. Design-wise, is Firebrand cool? Sure, I guess. I don't know. Not for me, I suppose. Scourge, design-wise, was cool. Probably as cool as Soul Beast to me. Weaver, design-wise, needs work. Mirage, design-wise, probably somewhere down here. I'm not a Mirage or Ellie or a Necro player too much, so take that with a grain of salt. Ooh, Spellbreaker is a good one. Spellbreaker design. It's a little bit boring, but Warrior is generally a little bit boring. I like Spellbreaker better than Scourge, but not better than Soul Beast, Vert, or Willbender. I think these are more interesting. That goes there. And then Hollow is also S design. I think it's really cool, really fun. Damn, guys, we're fucked. I'll be honest. We're getting kind of trolled. These new elite specs are way worse than all the other ones usually. Warriors are always basic. I know. That's why I try not to hold it against that. You know. Because when you really think about it, Spellbreaker doesn't add a lot. It just adds one more button that resets your Primal Burst, you know? It's basically like a simpler Berserker. But it's satisfying and fun. So, design-wise, I think it's up there because the design makes it interesting. Makes it fun to play still. It like works with the rest of the spec. Okay, so now that I have laid out what I think about those, we are still in and honestly, I'm not sure if it's fair to put Weaver here or not. You wish you could play Warrior? Yeah, I don't have the Warrior brain. I get too bored. I want to press buttons, you know, I want to spam. And many of the PvE Warrior rotations have a lot of auto chains in them, which I can't do a lot of auto chains. I get too bored. No, I like Willbender design better than that. I like Firebrand design better than... No, I like Harb design better than Firebrand. Mirage is boring, I'll be honest. Mirage is not that interesting to me. It just seems like less interesting Virtuoso to me. Damn, that's a lot of... So hold on, you got End of Dragons, Heart of, or Path of Fire, Path of Fire, End of Dragons, Path of Fire, Path of Fire, Path of Fire, End of Dragons, Path of Fire. And these are all up here. Holy shit. You think Willbender design is kind of messed up? There are some elements of Willbender design I'm not a big fan of, but what I really love about Willbender is how it like really made Guardian feel different. When you played Willbender and you started to like learn how it worked and you kind of got into it, it really felt quite different. Which is something that I was disappointed with on Dragon Hunter. I thought Dragon Hunter was cool, but I don't know. It ended up feeling kind of weak. You got a spam your movement F2 to do everything. Yeah. You're talking about Helolac, the Helolac build. Yeah, that build's a bit of a meme. All right, and then we got Heart of Thorns, and Herald design is just so boring and basic. Daredevil design needs work. No, it does not need work. It's just not for me. I'd probably put it above Spectre. Not my favorite thing ever, but it's for some people. Isn't it the same on DPS? Yes, but nobody plays a lack DPS, really. I mean, they do, but in PvE. When you play your DPS Willbender, you want to be using a virtue every few seconds, basically. So you chain them in a certain order to keep up the buff uptime from the virtue straight. I think, at least that's what it was when I last looked, when I last had played it. Druid design is pretty good. I'll be honest. Druid is probably up there in S. Is Druid an S tier healer or S tier design? I think it is. It is. It's fun. It's snappy. The theme is clear and nice all over the build. All over the spec. I mean, yeah, I think Druid is up there. Honestly, I think Druid is S. Dragon Hunter. Ooh, Dragon Hunter was not. I'll be honest. Dragon Hunter was not a big hit for me. It was a big hit for me when I first started playing, but as I like learned the game, I stopped liking it over time. But is that a failure of the design, or is that just a playstyle thing? The design is good. Is the design better than Harb? No, it's definitely not better than Harb. Is the design better than Firebrand? It's more concise than Firebrand, so I'll leave it here. You agree with Druid? Yeah, Druid's good. It's a good one. It's kind of a sleeper spec, you know what I mean? It's like people don't remember how fun Druid is, you know what I mean? It's like, or don't realize it, doesn't look it until you play it. At least that's how I felt. Then you got Necro. Oh, Reaper. Reaper is also an S design, right? Is there anything about Reaper I dislike about the design? Not really. The Reaper Shroud is great. The shouts feel good. The power and the Condi builds feel fun. Everything feels good. Reaper's S. Is Reaper... Now, let me organize these. Reaper's more S than Druid. That's just because I'm a DPS monkey. But it's not more S than Hollow for me. I love Hollow more than Reaper. Do I love Reaper more than Druid? Really? Yeah, I do. It's cool. Damn, Heart of Thorns came out pretty good, I think. Berserker is kind of like on Dragon Hunter's level of design for me. Probably a little higher, maybe like above. Maybe above Harb, but not above Scourge. No, it's above Scourge for design for me, I think. But not better than Spellbreaker. I think Spellbreaker is more fun. Yeah, I'm gonna try to wrap this up real quick. Then we got Tempest. I think Tempest is design-wise a high A tier. Maybe like right there. I don't play Tempest, but I like Tempest supports. I like when they're on my team. They're hard to kill. They have a lot of utility. Design-wise, they seem cool. The overloads are interesting. I mean, they're not interesting, but they're kind of iconic, I guess. I just don't know how fun it is to play, but you do see a ton of Tempest, so they gotta be pretty fun. I don't think it's more interesting than Soul Beast design. I think Soul Beast design is probably, honestly, Soul Beast is probably better than these two when I really think about the design of Soul Beast. Tempest is a lot like Core. Yeah, it's like a Core enhanced, you know? You think Tempest is S? Maybe my opinion on that will change when I go with light armor stuff. And the class is good, but the design is core. Oh, I see what you're saying, Doc. So, you know, that's true. It's basically kind of like in Conduit's spot. So I can't give it, it's not very transformative of the gameplay. I can't really give it up. So if we're really thinking about that, then transforming gameplay wise, nah, I mean, these are fine. They don't really compete. I guess Kata goes up a bit. No, it doesn't. It's like core with another button. But you have a weapon. Yeah. Alright, so then you got Chrono, and I think Chrono design is S. I think there's a reason it's so iconic. It's a very interesting, like, time mage archetype. Has very powerful utilities, the wells, of course. Do I think it's a perfect design? Let me think. Do I think it's perfectly designed? Can it be improved? Nah, I like it. I like Chrono. I think Chrono's cool. I like Time Warp. I like the resetting cooldowns. I like the wells. The gameplay is interesting. It's like the least S tier design for me, I think. Yeah. And we got Scrapper, which Scrapper is a little bit of a question mark for me. No, don't improve Chrono. Scrapper, that's a tough one. I'll be honest, I don't really love Scrapper's gameplay very much. I think it's going B. It does what it does very well, but it's just not super impressive. Is it more? No, it's not more interesting to me than Catalyst. I think Catalyst is interesting. Design-wise. Because I'll be honest, Scrapper, it just feels like Core NG plus, like, you know, the gyros that are around you. But to be honest, anything except Hollowsmith feels that way to me for Engineer. I feel like Hollowsmith really spoiled me on Engineer. I've only played Hollow on Engineer, and when I tried to play anything else, it just felt like less interesting Hollow. Now, I do think it's more interesting in Tempest, but it's not more interesting in Kata, right? You said outside of the new X-Pack choices, you agree? Oh, cool. So you think Untamed is not as cool? I mean, I'm an Untamed enjoyer, so I realize that I might be putting it up here a bit more than most people, but I'm really giving it a bump up because the rotation for Untamed feels great to play in every game mode. I mean, PvP, World v World, Strikes, Fractals. I mean, it is fucking fun. It is a really fun rotation, really smooth. And I'm just talking about the quick DPS builds, by the way. That's the only build I play on it. The quick DPS build. It is so fun. It is when I think of Untamed DPS, the rotation, it is basically what I imagined everybody thought Herald rotation was. Like how much fun it was when it first came out. And then you try Herald rotation and you're like, oh, it's boring. The only thing about Evoker is the single attunement, and that's the only thing that people really want. Yeah, I'm not really too crazy about the Evoker playstyles, like through the traits. The single attunement thing was not, I mean, it's cool. You know, like the spreading the fire, the burn is cool, and the single attunement thing is cool, but it's just not enough to carry the boring design. I don't even remember what the utilities were on Evoker other than the elite, and yeah, a bit disappointing. I was kind of hoping maybe there's some more customization. Maybe like you can have access to the other spirits sometimes as you switch through the legends or through the elements or something. But yeah. So let me go through here again. Design wise, Vindy best design, Untamed best rotation, Renegade really fun playstyle. Hollow, really fun playstyle. Reaper, really fun playstyle. Druid, really fun playstyle. Chrono, really fun design. I don't know what playstyle. You tried power renting? Yeah, some people really don't like it, so I get it. It's a lot of like, you know, floating your pet around. And then I love the general playstyle of all of these. I almost feel like Scourge has to go above Spellbreaker a bit, because Scourge really transforms Shroud a lot. And it's interesting if you like the playstyle, so I'm really trying to be like a bit unbiased here. And Harb is cool, but it doesn't change enough, and that's kind of how I feel about Firebrand or DH. And Firebrand, the tomes are not as cool as to me, you know, personal preference on this one. Maybe this can go up. All right, now that I've kind of like outlined them all, we're not doing too good, guys. Out of this next batch, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 that are in the poo-poo tier. And we have 1 from End of Dragons and 2 from Path of Fire that are poo-poo tier. That's not good. Do I really like Troubadour that much? No, I do. Troubadour is cool. It's just missing like a little bit of love to be S. It is cool. I'll be honest, Ritualist and Amalgam are so close. It's like neck and neck for me. I can't tell which one I like more. I'm so like barely impressed by either of them, you know? Untamed World is fun? Yeah. Untamed in World is amazing. If there was one class I could play perfect, you play Bladesworn. Bladesworn and Fractals is fun, but outside of that, it's horrific. I mean, like open world or World v World or PvP, it's not a good time at all. My dog's in the room. And Paragon is cool, but it's just like missing some interesting mechanics or something. It's like so close to being good. These are all so close, I'll be honest. These are all so close to being A. Doesn't need much. Just fixing up the traits probably will do it. Fixing up the traits and kind of like refining the playstyles probably will bump all of these up to A, I imagine. But Conduit, man. Conduit, Luminary, Evoker, and Antiquary. We're in trouble, guys. These all suck. These are like if your spec is in C or lower, I wouldn't even play it. Yeah, that makes sense? Like I would not even like learn how to play the build. Like, and that's where Conduit's landing right now for me. It sucks. Because right now for Weaver, Deadeye, Conduit, Luminary, Evoker, Antiquarian, and Bladesworn, there are just better options to play for every build you can think of on all of those, I imagine. Like Bladesworn is useless. I mean, come on. But for like Conduit, you can go Vindy or Renegade. For either the major builds, you can play on that. Weaver, you can just go Catalyst, or you can go Tempest, or... I mean, Weaver has a place, but design-wise is not interesting. My dogs are barking. Deadeye is just really boring. It's just pew pew rifleman, stay at 700 range. I was really disappointed by Deadeye. I thought I'd enjoy it more because, you know, I like kiting and I like high mobility and that kind of thing, but it's just, there's just no interesting mechanics on Deadeye. There's no ways to do damage that are interesting. Man, Luminary and Evoker are so cooked. To be honest, these need reworks. They need like almost complete reworks. They need to figure out what they're doing with the traits and rotation on both of these. Big time. Big time. D. Literally garbage rotation. Non-functional or boring. We'll put that there. Yeah, I feel bad for Ellie's Guardians and Thieves, I guess. And us Rev players are not even too good. If Conduit ships the way it is, we're in trouble. we are legit in trouble. Like, even if all they do is, like, I guess I should say, especially if all they do is just like buff up all the numbers on Raza Legend. That's not good. You're putting you want to put this higher, Spectre. But I mean, let me think about it. Spectre, you get a cool shroud, and you get the ability to get a different way to play the class completely. So you are kind of convincing me, but Scepter is not Spectre specific really anymore. I'm trying to think. You know, when I think about Spectre, it does evolve the gameplay more than the rest of these, but it's not more interesting than the rest of these up here. So maybe it's just the top of B. Spectre's flaws are more related to Thief's traits. Damn. Sounds like Warrior. Sounds like Thief and Warrior are in the same boat. Or their core design is just like effing their balance. So I was gonna say that even if they just buff like all the stats and stuff like that on Raza, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be fun. I wouldn't even play it. I would still just go power Vindy or Boon Rene. Or heal Vindy. Or Condi Rene. I literally, if you're a Revenant player, you only have to learn how to play Renegade and Vindicator. If you master those two, you can play every build. You can heal, you can boon, you can DPS, you can strip, you can CC. You do every role except be like, I guess main stab. The main stab is really the only role you're missing. It's weird to think about. I don't think I ever noticed that. Ah, man. All right, guys. This has been fun. Yeah, I think this is really how my opinions have kind of lined up over my experiences. Oh, you're totally right. Condi Conduit could be better than Condi Renegade. But my only problem with Condi Renegade is that your Condi Conduit is that you have no CC built into the kit at all. And your stun break has no stability. So on Renegade, you get boons and CC while you're doing your burst. It's the only advantage I give it. Also, why is this trait that when you break a stun you only gain 5 energy? Why is it so bad in a worldview world? Like 5 energy to stun break is so ass. Nobody even notices that. Like when you PvE, okay, I'm just gonna point it out. So my all stun breaks in worldview world are generally 30 energy. So that means that if I stun break, I spent 25 energy because I got 5 back, right? But if you go into PvE, if you go to PvE, your stun breaks are 15 energy. And this trait refunds you 15 energy. Dude, you know how crazy it feels to be in PvE and then stun breaking for free? No energy cost on stun break? Like, is it a real big crime if I get 10 more energy when I successfully stun break? You know? I feel like that trait is unnecessarily nerfed. For like no reason. Is it like a game breaker if I have 10 more energy when I make sure to save my stun break for when I get stunned? Come on. What a dumb trait. I always think about that whenever I stun break. It always reminds me, like, in PvE, I mean, it reminds me in PvE that it doesn't work. That it's just nerfed. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna head on out. I think I kind of covered all my thoughts on the new stuff. Let's finish looking at these charts real quick. A couple of more DPS charts I wanted to take a peek at. Ooh, I actually peeked with somebody here. Frosty. Wow, look at that. 131. I matched Scrapper Bomb. That's pretty good. Let's be quick. Let's be quick. Because I gotta get out of here. It's fucking late and I got a meeting in the morning. I just realized, to be honest. Huh? Guess, oh, that's the logo. Whoops. Nice. Very close, everybody. Damn, he cranked here. He was gaming. Be quick, trying to be quick. Ooh, what's that bit? Wait, what? Why do I have 2 entries here? Must have gone down. Like, go down and die. I'm guessing I died. No crazy impressive spikes from Renegade. I mean, I'm matching all the other major DPS builds. Nothing that really jumps out at me. Pretty good though. Impressive for a 50% boon duration build. All right, anyway, guys, let me fucking get the fuck out of here. Just get the schmuck out of here. Oh, this is my old build, old tier list. All right. Let's get on out of here. Let's do 1 burst rotation while I'm here. Boom. All right. That's a 2-second show. I'll be honest, all the changes they've made to all the legend skills have been pretty good. It's kind of weird that the Raza legend sucks so bad. It almost feels like the person who's doing the balance and the person who designed it wasn't the same person. Is that a 5k CC hit? I think it was. Okay, alright, let me stop stalling. Let's do the old dance. The old song and dance. Where's that cool mountain? Over there. Alright, we're gonna go stare at that mountain. Can I share report to those? Is that what those are there for? Always wondered this. No valid path. Nope, doesn't seem like it. Oh. Guess you can only glide up there. Alright, anyway. Enjoy this beautiful mountainscape. Alright guys, good night. I don't know when I'll stream next, to be honest. Hope to be around on Friday. Hope to be around on Friday, but if I'm not, I'll see you guys on Monday. And I may as well do this before I sign off. Fellow party people, I have a community Discord. Whoop. That's now my Discord. That is my Streamlabs. There you go. Party peeps, I have a community Discord. If you're interested, consider joining. If you join, you only have access to the Start Here channel, and you have to react to the first message I have here to get access. This is just to prevent bots. But if you do, you have an announcements channel for all my streams, and then you have my builds that I'll be keeping up to date, including all the stuff I'm testing for today. On Renegade, I'll be updating these. The formatting is a little effed up, so I'll be fixing that. But we got your written guide for Renegade if you're interested in looking at it, and then you got your several chats basically, and one of them, interestingly enough, is a basically a place where I'll help you guys. So I have a few things pinned on here that I recommend to most people to check out. These are the settings I use: a key binding video, an arc DPS add-on guide, and a kiting routine that's pinned on here. So if that's your thing, click the Discord link in the chat, join it up. Anyways, guys, I will jump out of here and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Hopefully I'll be around for the relink. We'll see. Also, thank you everybody for subbing. It's a couple of you guys I didn't get to. Tyler, Rosin, Nazgulus, and Seraph. Thank you guys all for your subs today. Appreciate it. These are gamers. See you guys in the next one.